Tensions between the United States and Iran have escalated sharply in recent days. The United States has moved major military assets, including aircraft carrier strike groups like the USS Gerald R. Ford, Abraham Lincoln, and supporting naval and air forces closer to Iran. These deployments signal serious military readiness and raise speculation about possible stakes if diplomacy collapses. Yet, despite this buildup, a full scale invasion of Iran remains one of the most dangerous military options imaginable. What is driving US Iran tensions? The rivalry between the United States and Iran is rooted in decades of mistrust, sanctions, and competing regional interests. The United States seeks to limit Iran's influence and prevent nuclear proliferation, while Iran views American military presence around its borders as a direct security threat. In recent years, this rivalry has played out through indirect means, sanctions, cyber activity, regional alliances, and proxy conflicts rather than direct war. This pattern reflects a shared understanding that open conflict would be highly disruptive and risky. Geography and strategic constraints. Invading Iran is not just about defeating an army, it is about defeating terrain. Iran's geography is naturally designed for defense, making rapid military campaigns extremely difficult. To the west, the Zagros Mountains form a massive natural wall. These rugged mountains allow only a few narrow routes for movement, all of which can be easily defended, mined, or ambushed. In the north, the Alborz Mountains stretch along the Caspian Sea, blocking northern access. Steep slopes, dense forests, and harsh weather make large scale mechanized movement nearly impossible in this region. To the east, more mountains separate Iran from Afghanistan and Pakistan, offering no easy invasion corridors and complicating logistics even further. At the center, the country lies two of the hardest deserts on earth, Dasht-e-Kavir and Dasht-e-Lat. These regions are defined by extreme heat, water scarcity, and near zero infrastructure. Supplying troops, fuel, and equipment across such terrain would be a logistical nightmare. These features do not make the conflict impossible, but they increase logistical burden, time requirements, and uncertainty for any external military action. Historically, terrain has not prevented wars, but it has often transformed them into prolonged and costly engagements. This factor weighs heavily in strategic decision making. Beyond terrain, Iran's military reality. Iran does not rely on conventional strength alone. Its military doctrine focuses on asymmetric warfare, missiles, drones, naval swarms, cyber capabilities, and proxy forces across the region. Any invasion would not just have an impact inside Iran but across the Middle East. Unlike fragile states, Iran has a deeply embedded security structure. Its military, paramilitary forces, and intelligence networks are tightly integrated into society, making rapid collapse or leadership capture extremely difficult but not impossible. The Strait of Hormuz, Iran's strategic pressure point. Another critical factor is the Strait of Hormuz, through which around 20% of world's oil and gas shipments pass. Iran controls the northern coastline of this narrow passage. Even though without a full blockade, Iran can disrupt shipping through naval activity, missile threats, or drone operations. This alone gives Tehran enormous leverage. Any disruption would send oil prices soaring and shock the global economy. While a Venezuela style capture strategy is unlikely, some comparisons are drawn with cases where external pressure or rapid leadership capture was attempted in more fragmented states. Iran's structure differs significantly. Its institutions are cohesive enough that external pressure is more likely to consolidate internal control rather than fragment it. As a result, strategies focused on swift regime collapse carry a high risk of failure and unintended consequences, including wider regional instability and long term entanglement. At the end of the day, war is not just about strategy or territory, it's about people. Any escalation would place millions of civilians at risk, disrupt livelihoods far beyond the region, and deepen long term instability. A responsible path forward means choosing restraint over reaction, keeping communication open even during tension, and remembering that preventing suffering is as important as protecting national interests.